All right, welcome everybody. And today, what I'd like to do is have a little look at some airbrushing techniques and some ideas that we use often in Photoshop. Whether we should or not is, again, an ethical question we discuss in class. But here I want to look at some tools that will help me do a little photo touch-up. This is something you might pay for on your school photos. If you choose to order them, you can tick a little box, pay somewhere between $20 and $40 to do what I'm going to show you right now. So here is a model I got off the internet, and it's his high school photo. And we are going to go look in and see about how we can doctor up and touch up some of the blemishes here, or the chronic problem that, or not problem, the chronic issue we have in teenagehood of acne. So there's several different tools I want to look at. One is the first one, the clone stamp tool here. And this is a really great tool for being able to copy from one area of your image to another area. So you choose your clone stamp, and it is a brush-based tool. So you can clone using any brush you want. I'm just going to use the brush that they've given me here. And you notice if you click, it says you can't do that. You need to define a source point. So we hold down the Alt key, and you get this little target. And if we just click somewhere and then let go, you'll see we get a copy of what we clicked on. And if I start to paint, you can see there's a little plus on the eye where I started from. And you can see I'm copying exactly where that plus is, where it is from to other areas of my screen. So this is basically copying or cloning from one spot to another. And it's a really handy tool for being able to get rid of certain things. It does have its limitations. For instance, let's say I zoom in. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller now, and I've got a little zit there. And if I hold down Alt on some clean skin and I click, then I can just click to go over top of it and click to go over top of it. And actually, I'm going to go backwards here, just copy this layer because I want to see the before and after. So let's try that again. Like so. And you can see very quickly that goes away. And as long as I'm, in the right area, this can work. The problem is, there's a great piece of, great part of his forehead here, which I could use. And if I'm going to do a large area, but if I start to copy that large area, you see part of the problem is that, we've gone over there. But that it's way too light up there. And so this cloning works great if you're going just from one little area to another that's nearby, that's in the same light. But if you're wanting to clone one area to another area, you can see that the skin is dramatically different. So that doesn't always help us here. And the cloning is great for other things that we'll look at. But if I'm trying to clear up the acne, we actually have some better tools for that are related. The next one I want to look at is what we call the spot healing brush. And it looks like a little bit of a band-aid here that heals with some dots off of it. If I click and hold there, this one does not use an Alt to click. All you have to do is just go find a spot you want to fix and click it. And you can see it turns black there, but when I let go, poof, this just blends in together. So it's really great for, as I said, spots, hence called the spot healing brush. And you can just see, I just click over that and all of that just vanishes. Now, what the spot healing brush actually does is when I click here, it looks at the area surrounding the black spot and then tries to blend everything together to make it smooth, which is why it's so great for that little spots here and smoothing things out. Where it runs into problems is if you do something like that, where we've got a really contrasted different areas around, or if I try and do, say, a large area to fix, you'll get some weird edging and things like that happens. The issue is because on a contrasted area like so, we're going to blend things together. It looks all around and then blends them together, and we can run into problems because it can't figure out how to solve these edge problems where there's really light on one spot and really dark on other spots, and it creates that kind of issue. However, for things like that in the middle and really small spots, generally, the spot healing brush can do a great job. And you can see we just go around here and click, 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 and start to clear up some of the skin there. And you can see where it doesn't work well on the edges, like so. So that brings us to our third tool, which, if you click and hold, is called the healing brush tool. And the healing brush tool is kind of a combination between the two, the clone tool and the spot healing brush. So for instance, let's go grab that. I'm going to set that source point up on the top here. And I'm going to go over here. You can see I've got a copy of that. But you'll notice as I'm painting where that was that white, crazy white skin here, really bright off his forehead, now kind of matches perfectly in there. Down where it's turned darker. So the healing brush tool kind of combines the best of both worlds. It grabs the content from the source point, but then does a lighting match to where it's going to, and tries to fix it up a little bit there. So it's not ideal for everything. For instance, you can't obviously, I'm not able to do much up here because this lightness is not working nicely in the darkness. So sometimes cloning is needed, sometimes the spot healing brush is needed, and sometimes the healing brush is needed. All depends on where you're going. So that healing brush was great for, just went crazy there. That healing brush was great for, say, grabbing some skin here and going over here because it's going to match the lighting areas and cleaning up some of the skin. But for instance, if I wanted to go down here and I realize, you know what, I don't really like that necklace anymore. So if I wanted to use that to heal over, we're going to get this muddy kind of colored here from the metal. So this would be more of a better spot for the clone stamp tool. If I wanted to say get rid of this, I could take some of this skin and actually clone over top of that necklace. Lots of clicks here, and you want to often reset your source point. But then you can see I start to get that darkness coming up there. And if I wanted to really pay attention there, it's a bit too pink here. But what I could do is be kind of careful here and get some of that skin here. And then as it gets a little rough and kind of messy in here, I could go in with my healing brush tool and kind of blend things together so I don't see any of those sharp edges. So, very quickly there, there's my before and there's my after, is a little bit of airbrushing, a little bit of Photoshop touch-up with 3 different tools. All of them are brush-based, so you can change the size and shape of them. The healing brush tool is not necessarily you can't choose the different brushes, but you can change the size and the hardness and spaces of them. But working with these 3 tools together will allow you to create some amazing things and do some touch-up work on your photos.